Hello, my name is Janette Holland. I live in Stafford, Virginia, and I'm a fiber artist. My company is Blessed Hands, and I'm here to talk about my latest art piece. This piece is called Southern Soul, and it was a commissioned piece by the Acres of Ancestry Initiative. They contacted me to create a piece based on Cane River. The story behind the piece itself was when I think about home and I think about the simple life. The story is really the simple life of living off the land and enjoying and fishing and just being with your friends and actually partying as well. So there was an inspiration also from the color purple. My older sister that passed away about 7 years ago, she loved that movie and she loved the color purple. And so when I was commissioned to do this piece, I thought about what inspires me about, the color purple. I was like, wow, it'd be really nice to create something, from the color purple, which was in honor of her favorite movie. I would like to tell you a little bit about Southern Soul and the meaning of all the different objects inside Southern Soul. I'll start out with the Juke Joint. The sign is called Bayou Classics. And in my hometown in Louisiana, there was a club that we used to attend, and it was called Bayou Jackos. So I decided to call my Juke Joint Bayou Jackos. The two girls on the pier. Well, because I created this particular piece to honor my sister that passed, and she liked the color purple, I created two girls on the pier, one of myself and one of her. So I really wanted to honor her in this piece because she was the inspiration for it. I wanted to make sure that I had an older gentleman in the piece. So I created the man in the fishing boat. He has a bright yellow shirt on, and it looked like he's enjoying the evening. The piece itself the sun is setting, so I wanted to capture that. And he looks like he's really enjoying the fishing and enjoying being out of the house. The pelican is actually Louisiana's state bird. So I couldn't create a piece honoring Cane River in Louisiana without including the pelican. One of my hidden gems inside the piece itself is a sign. It has Natchitoches, meat pies, and boudin. So if you're from the South, you know about boudin and Natchitoches, world famous meat pies. One of my favorite parts of the piece itself is the couple at the bottom next to the river line, and they're out having a picnic. And if you look real close, he has a cigarette in his mouth, but he's out there serenading his young lady. And if you look as well, there's the color purple, the flowers. I tried to include the color purple throughout the piece, again, because my sister loved the color purple, the movie, and the color itself. So this is really, really one of my favorite parts of the piece, because they're just sitting out there relaxing and enjoying themselves. There's another part of this piece that I absolutely love. It's a tree, and if you look closely in the tree, you will find a man and a woman loving each other. And I wanted to make sure to give people a little something different in the piece itself with that. And if you have to look closely and look close up to it to find them. Another part of the piece that's very significant is the house itself, the cabin. You call it cabin or house. I looked up houses and slave houses in Louisiana, in Natchitoches, Louisiana during the time period, and I found this great picture of a 1940s catfish house, which was exactly what I was looking for. and I duplicated that house in the piece itself. So everything about that, the piece with the house, is a duplication of the 1940s Catfish house. All right, the lady on the porch with the dress, that's Big Mama. And you can't have a juke joint and without a big mama. She is responsible for the care and what goes on in the juke joint. And the juke joint is called Bayou Jacko's, and that was based out of, it was a club in my hometown called Bayou Jacko's. She is the carekeeper of the juke joint. You don't mess with Big Mama. And I wanted to make sure that she was older and more mature. And she's standing outside the door looking around, just checking out the scenery to make sure that everything is okay. So she has a serious look on her face. My name is Janette Holland. I'm a fiber artist from Stafford, Virginia, and I hope you enjoy Southern Soul.